Bonjour, all of you fat bitches. I'm a little late to this, but I had to follow up on my fellow Cograms video to carry on the hashtag fit beach hype that's been treating around. We gotta make this an actual thing, you know what I'm saying? So basically, for those of you who do not watch VW, who don't know Jason Brown from EWL, hashtag fat beach is it's basically videos where we are shouting out other colleagues. Yeah, that's basically it. Spreading the awareness of these other colleagues out there. Because that's what good people do. We are best friends. Anyway, uh yeah, that's basically what I'm here to do. So all jokes aside, this video is I was gonna make something like this at the end of the year, but I can make a miniature version of it right now. And I'll do it again in length at the end of the year, because that's what I'll be doing a big year-end address about the season and what I've done this year when it comes to CAW. But for now, I am here to give some shout-outs to some leagues because that just seems like the good thing to do. I feel like a lot of the fan base of RCCW, we know about RCCW, but I feel like, you guys should also know about the CLAW, the CAW League of Nations. I'm sure you guys have heard me mention them plenty of times. I've had them, well, I'm going to have them on commentary here soon to join in with me. I've promoted them out the wazoo. They're in my description, and I kind of want to know that you guys, my fan base, are going to them, whether it be on YouTube or Wattpad or BitTube or I don't know whatever Lucas is on. Lucas moved to, I think it's called BitTube. Lucas, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But basically, this is me telling you to check out some colleagues or e-feds that are very close to me as my friends. And I want you guys to show them the same love and support that you show RCCW, not just, maybe just dropping a like and even a comment would be nice, but also, sitting down, watching, and actually trying to get invested in the characters would also be cool to see. But anyway, off that topic and such, well, what am I talking about? Off that topic? No, more so onto it than anything. Fucking stupid Rick. It's 6 o'clock in the almost 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm tired as fuck. But I've been working on Culture Shock. Yes, I have all of Culture Shock almost recorded. I have the entire Road 2s recorded. So you're probably asking yourself, Rick, why the fuck does it take so long to get this shit out? Well, I gotta juggle life. I've gotta juggle VW, Klon. I gotta juggle my own stuff, and I got to juggle two companies, CWA and RCCW. Speaking of which, the first shout out is kind of not really a shout out, but more of a promotion for myself, because I'm a greedy son of a bitch who likes to put himself over and has no care in the world whatsoever if he puts his friends over, because I'm an egotistical asshole. And I don't know where I'm going with this joke. But basically, it's my other colleague. It's CWA. It's the RCCW sister fed. Now, as you know, RCCW is strictly fantasy league or media league. It's not. It's anything but. It's anything but OCs. OCs are not permitted full time in RCCW. Whereas, independent wrestlers like Jordan Oliver, Kurt Bale, Hollywood Hooligan, Bonifer, Jay Evans, they can be here. As well as cartoons and video games and books and anime and just comics. I don't know. Basically, fiction and such. But this is for my OCs, and it also has my friends' OCs over there as well. CWA, Crossover Wrestling Alliance. I'm pretty sure that's what I named it. Because I get it mixed up with either Alliance or Associate. It's Alliance. It's Alliance. It's Alliance. I thought that was more unique than Association. But, yeah. Hold up. My microphone is fucked. Okay. I got a shitty ass headphone. If you could see me right now, I'm gripping the little connector point where both of the earbuds go into my ears. I'm gripping it, and it gets all tangled up and folded in place. It's a pain in the ass. But I've been talking for 5 minutes about random bullshit without even shouting anyone out. First of all, CWA, Crossover Wrestling Association. All of these will be in the description below, by the way. So please go link to them, go subscribe to them, put on notifications, make sure you know when they post, where they post, what time it is, watch all their content, leave them nice comments, like their videos, actually follow, and actually, I would, if I was you, I'm going to ask, to please also follow with, like, watch, and, you don't have to watch it all in one go. Just sit down, do something, listen to the commentary, listen to what's going on, get to know the characters. I think that'd be very nice, because we in the clan have a lot of unique characters that we love to show off, and we love telling big stories, and I feel like we are all deserved in getting that endorsement. So CWA is my Fed. It's predominantly with my cause and a lot of my friends' cause as well, from VGW, CAA, CW, SWE. Those leagues will come later, but those leagues basically. So that's just my other league out of the way. Now let's move on to some other Feds. First up, I'm going to start with my actual brothers league. Yeah, NOAC. You've heard of NOAC. CAA, CAW Assemble Alliance, as he calls it. It is a league that I think you can really much relate to. If you like DC characters, then you'll enjoy this Fed, because there are quite a few DC guys over in CAA. There's Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Kid Flash, Superboy, not VW Superboy, where he's a big dick and he's a heel. No, this is good guys. This is good guy Superboy. There's Miss Martian. There's Raven. There's the witch, the evil witch lady. Hold up, let me Google this. I only remember her because she was the Suicide Squad main antagonist. Main antagonist. Please tell me, who is it? I feel so stupid. It's Enchantress. The Enchantress. Yeah, Enchantress is there too. A lot. What's her name? It's a Beast Boy and Cyborg are there, and what's her name? She's an archer lady. Artemis. Yeah, Artemis is there too. He likes Young Justice, so there's a lot of Young Justice people there. But there's also, his original characters, my original characters, a lot of original characters from around the world of CAW, as well as a lot of underrated guys as well are down there. There's even some GTS guys and some cartoon characters. I don't know how much longer they'll be staying there, but hey, it's something. So if you want to get your OC, if you like a hybrid league, but that's predominantly ran by OCs, but there's also like the DC characters. If you like Young Justice, I highly recommend you go give him a watch. He is gonna be coming back really soon. I gotta give him his promo after this, by the way. But he'll be coming back very soon. He will be posting more content within the week. Oh, speaking of which, today is. Oh yeah, I can get into that. Good. By the time you see this, hopefully it's about tomorrow. He should be posting. I'm going to get him his promo tonight, so right after I record this. So yes, I will get that to him, and he'll be hopefully out either tomorrow or Wednesday. But continuing now to the next league, we have good old video game wrestling, owned by the one and only Status Quo. It doesn't matter how you pronounce it. The Hardcore Hero, the Extreme Entity, the Chronicle Psycho, the Nightmare, and Broken MacDonald. But on the side, Status Quo is a very good friend of ours here in RCCW. He was kind of like the first league to help build up some of my guys, like Lodestar and Cake and Rook, CDD, Wendy. Hopefully you guys know who those are. If you don't, please look at CWA, I beg. But Status was kind of like the catalyst for a lot of these guys getting built up at first when I didn't even have when the CAW League of Nations wasn't even a thing. He was given our OCs some exposure. And then I formed CWA, and then all these other companies came around, and then we became the Clon. Status, I owe him a lot for all he's done for me and my characters, so definitely in repayment, you should check him out. Give him a subscribe, a like, watch his stuff. He's really doing great. Fight for Destiny is going to be coming around the corner. It's it's his answer to SummerSlam, I would say. Or if that's Chris, I don't know. It's one of his main 5 pay-per-views, so definitely be hyped for Fight for Destiny. Hashtag Rick C is going to be the winner of the Fight for Destiny briefcase winner. I'm in that match. I'm going to win because I am Rick C, King of Shovel Style. Hiya! But others aside, Status is a very creative mind. For the most part, he is an OC-driven league, but I think he is open to being a hybrid league. He's been a hybrid league before. He's had guys like Spider-Man. He's had a lot of Mortal Kombat characters. He had Darth Maul. He had the Joker show up at the Rumble. He's got a great sense of humor too. He's an old man. He's probably gonna die like here in a couple years because he's growing out his beard. He's got the gray hairs. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had some cause to push me to the moon. But all in all, jokes aside, Status is one of my best friends. He is great at what he's doing. He's a very creative mind, very creative soul, very humble, very down to earth, and I think you should give him a watch as well. Moving on to the next character we have on this list is, of course, my boy El Crimo, Crim Rocker, aka my nephew. Who now I know some of them who have been following VWU, especially like UWL. We'll get to him. We'll get to him later. But I know those who have watched UWL know who Crim is, and not only is he a wrestler with all the potential in the world and basically the living redemption story. Pardon me. But he is a company owner. And this is the first one that's a bit unorthodox. Crim is not a YouTube fed. He is a Wattpad league. Yes, he is on Wattpad. And he owns not only SWA, which is a hybrid. It's kind of a hybrid league. It's got some fictional guys like Flash Century and Lincoln Loud in there, but it's more predominantly the OC brand. But then there's FXWF, Fictional Extreme Wrestling Federation, I think. I probably butchered that horribly. And Crim, if you're watching this, I apologize sincerely for my horrible butchery. But let me go check the DM because I remember I made him a logo for FXWF. Pardon my loud keyboard typing because you're about to hear the I know Jason did an ASMR session where he was giving you the tingles when he was eating away at his ice cream sandwich. So I'm going to give you the tingles of fucking the shit out of my keyboard. I know that's a very tingly sensation. I know you guys love the tingles. And yeah, just fuck you. Anyway, where the fuck's this logo? Maybe if I look up logo, FXWF and logo. Oh, well, this is an old ass. I ended up making him one, but he asked me to ask my logo provider for a logo. Fuck it, I'll pull up Pixlr. That's where I make my logos. But basically, FXWF is a fantasy league, and it's got a lot of unique guys. It's got like Freddie Benson. It's got King DDD. It's got SpongeBob and Cat Noir and Izuku Midori and Todoroki. It's got Squidward. It's got Mr. Black and Mr. White. It's got who else is there? It's also got oh, I was actually right. Fictional Extreme Wrestling Federation. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's got a bunch of great. It's got Trixie Tang. It's got Timmy Turner. It's got Meta Knight. Did I already say Freddy? It's got like Donkey Kong. It's got Raditz. I hope. I think I don't know about the. It's just some guys that we've. I'm not. I hope this is accurate to who's all in there. But yeah, it's got a lot of great guys in there, and it's fantastic. I but I feel like it gives Krim a lot more to shine with. SWA obviously is the main brand for him, but FXWF, there's a lot of unique stories he wants to tell. It's ran by Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, so it's like, yeah, that's even more unique. That Krim has he wants to use a lot of these underrated fictional guys in FXWF, and I can really appreciate that as somebody who wants to be unorthodox and out there as well, who strives on being different than the norm. I can relate to Krim, and I'm glad that. And I believe, quoting him, RCCW was kind of an inspiration to do a fictional league as well. So, I'm happy to have always inspired Krim to do that and join me in the fictional league. And also, speaking of SWA and FXWF, big announcement coming soon about something very special coming for both leagues. Krim, you know exactly what we're going to announce very soon. I think I already. And there's the train. I live near a fucking train. Hold up. Actually, I think Krim announced it in our Discord in the Clone United. By the way, join the Clone United Discord real quick. It should be in the description as well. So yes, join the Klon United Discord for news and updates about your favorite Klon guys. Also join in on the RP chat and the 24/7 Championship United Discord thingy. It's really fun and cringy and it's great. But yes, I'm gonna announce right now, but we'll make an official announcement later, as Krim announced it in the Discord. We're gonna have SWA and RCCW Rock Bottom. It's It's fucking great. It's the first ever RCCW collaboration show, and it's gonna be FXW. There's also gonna be a showcase for XFWF and CWA on there as well. Rock Bottom. It's gonna be fantastic. By the way, shout out to Jason Brown and Hit Kid. Hey guys, you want to commentate Rock Bottom with me and Krim? It'll be great. But Rock Bottom, we'll make an official announcement of when that's gonna come out very soon. But since it's announced in Discord, I might in the public Klon Discord, I decided, it's not going to hurt to say it here on this shoutouts video. But yeah, Krim is a very creative soul. He is my nephew, my brother Noah's son, and he is my boy. He is the link to my King Harkarion, and I love him very dearly. He's like a little brother to me, and I want to see him succeed greatly. Hence why I put him in a dangerous situation where he could get himself killed by Raditz time and time again. But I digress. The kid loves it. But yeah, basically, all jokes aside, I definitely would give Krim a read on both of his stories. You can find them both in the description below. Definitely follow him on Wattpad, as well as, what he's doing over in VW and in the Klon as well. So that's Krim. Up next, we have let's see here. Up next, I'm going to shout out another Wattpad League. And he's probably not even going to expect me to do this for him, but fuck it, he's earned it at this point because, another redemption story. It's Melchard Caranto and LWF Reborn. He recently, if you are an avid Wattpad wrestling fic reader, I don't know how many of those are actually existing. Clearly there was a lot of them, because the first LWF got like quintillions of reads. So LWF Reborn is basically what it is. It's a rehash. Actually, it's a relaunch. There we go. Relaunch of LWF, Loud Wrestling Federation, which was his original fed. That got shut down due to reasons. Some controversies went down. Not like serious like controversy, just some there was just some drama. that's all past. CEW, I don't know if that's actually still going. Char can answer that. I would imagine it's still kind of going, but it's mostly been LWF Reborn has been the main focus of Chart at the moment, and Chart has been doing a phenomenal job. He's building up a lot of unique teams, a lot of unique characters that you won't see anywhere else. He's got SpongeBob and Danny, but they're Dark Danny and the abrasive side. Remember the abrasive side from that one episode of SpongeBob where he got all mean? Yeah, that's so much potential wasted. That could have been such a great villain. But yes, the abrasive side. He's got Starlight Glimmer. If you're into, I guess, My Little Pony. If you're a damn brony. But yeah, he's got a cult going on. It's great. He's got guys like Cassie Sono. He's got Ricochet. He's got let's see. He's got Chris Brooks. He's got the Best Friends. I love everyone. I know everyone loves Orange Cassidy. He's got Team Weird and Wild over there. They're his tag team champions. He's got Dennis from the SpongeBob movie. Dennis, awesome character as well. Wasted bad guy. But yeah, he's got Dennis there. So definitely give him a check out as well because he's really improved. He's really done great for himself. And I want Char to, get a lot. I want him to get as many reads as he did on LWF's first story. So go do my boy a favor and read some LW fucking F. Inject that into your veins like a drug because it is a good ass show. And speaking of Wattpad and LWF, a quick shout out here also to somebody who isn't quite in the clan, but we do like him. He makes himself very well known. Is one Jonah Schwartz, or Lucky, or Hope the Victor, Lucky Schwartz, Wattpad as well, and he currently owns, I think it's HWR. I don't know, because he's talked about possibly rebooting it. I don't see the reason why you should have to reboot it. You just started HWR. But I digress. I'm not going to judge. But Jonah is an avid writer as well. He was inspired by Chard, and he's got a league kind of like Chard's. You'll see some of my guys in there as well. And all around, I would definitely give him a read as well. Also, he has a show on there referred to as the Blue Zone, which is the description for it is one of many RCW-related talk shows where I, Jonah Schwartz, talk about RCW stars and ask the questions about their matches, made in collaboration and approval by Rick C. And yes, this is an officially licensed Rick C. thingy-majig. So I would have to please advise you to go check out and read the Blue Zone because I actually helped write this as well, so it's official, it's Rick C approved. And so far he has done Culture Shock and he has done a 5-Way Dance. So 5-Way Dance, since that's not out yet, definitely go give that a read because you get to hear about some of the people going into 5-Way Dance as well as some stuff that you might want to see happens at 5-Way Dance. I definitely give it a read as for reasons. A lot of reasons. But, yeah, I believe that's the Wattpad boys out of the way. That's the Wattpad gang. Full-time Wattpad gang, I mean. Shout out also to, up next, we're going to have Bruno. I'm going to shout out Bruno. Bruno149 or Enrique Banuelos. I didn't want to yell there because it's 7:18 in the morning, and I don't want to wake anybody up, even though they're probably already starting to wake up, and my brother's just not going to bed. Cat. Oh, my little cat is here. Sticky Corn is here. Hashtag Sticky Corn if you've made it this far into the video. Don't know if I'm premiering this, but if you're in the premiere chat, if there is a premiere chat, give it a hashtag Sticky Corn. Whereas if you've made it this far into the video, put a hashtag Sticky Corn on your comment. when commenting. So, let me think here. Oh yeah, Bruno. Excuse me again. So Bruno149 is an upcoming colleague within the CAW League of Nations. He has been putting together UWL. What? Actually, no, ULW. My bad. That's my bad. Fuck. Not to confuse with Jason Brown's league. It's ULW, which I'm a bit of a moron. So Bruno, I apologize if I don't know the proper name of. Oh, hold on. I should actually know because I put the full name in the Clone United. Yeah, it is the Ultimate Legacy Wrestling. Oh, by the way, so just so you guys know, SWA is Superior Wrestling Alliance. CEW is Chart Effect Wrestling. LWF is Loud Wrestling Federation. HWR is Hope Wrestling Revolution. VGW is Video Game Wrestling. CAA is CAW Assemble Alliance. CWA is Crossover Wrestling Association. No, Crossover Wrestling Alliance, my bad. And back onto the ULW, Ultimate Legacy Wrestling, ran by Bruno149. Bruno is he's upcoming in the clone. He's still building up to start his company. Some time gets in the way. He's got stuff going on in his life that happens to conflict with him making his league, but Bruno is adamant to make the best of it, and Bruno is definitely making the best of his situation. Bruno is completely awesome. He is a genuinely funny guy, and he's got like this brilliant sense of humor, as well as have you ever seen those videos where they show 2K edits? Bruno's kind of the innovator for that in the clone. Yes, I did not actually start doing edits in the clone. That was Bruno who did it first. Bruno has done a lot of snazzy edits that I think you should definitely check out, both in his Cruiserweight tournament as well as in his most recent video, which is it's Pete Corvus versus Crim Rocker, Tomato Head versus Sean Smith, which is my character, and Red Robin versus Rook, again, another character of mine. And he did some pretty snazzy edits in the main event match, because damn, Red Robin and Rook put on a show, as well as in the Cruiserweight tournament, he put together some awesome edits. During the Cruiserweight Open, he was kind of still learning. He was still kind of finding out what he wanted to do, and that was kind of his tester period. And I feel like that was a very smart way to start out, like to test himself. So bravo to Bruno for that. Bruno definitely has come a long way in the clone. I feel like he also has deserved, being where he is now, and he definitely is the future, one of the future colleagues that are going to be big in the clone. So that is my shout out to Bruno149 and Rico Banuelos, a man who also you can find him wrestling around various leagues as well, CWA, CAA, and I just got the DM, so I don't know if that cut off my audio, but let me say it again: VGW, CAA, and CWA, as well as I think a couple other leagues. I'm not too sure, but those are the main leagues he's in currently. I think he might have been in AWE before that kind of unfortunately went down, but we'll get onto that later. Oh wait, no, he's also in IWA, which we'll get to him next. So yes, I definitely would check out Bruno. Bruno's a good kid. He works really hard. He puts a lot of dedication into the videos, and with us putting our arm around him, saying, leading him in the right direction, Bruno definitely has the potential to be a noticeable colleague, a big name colleague, like to put in the history books. So please give him all the love and support that you can, because he's really earned it. Up next, speaking of where Bruno is, IWA. IWA stands for, let me see here if it will load. Did I not put that in his channel description? I am a big stupid. I am big stupid. Wait, no. Oh, wait, no, that's just the wrong server. I'm just a fucking moron. I'm just a fucking idiot. IWA. The International Wrestling Alliance. Ran by Nate Express. Nate is a very interesting CAW League. He is a big, whereas Noah is like, DC and stuff. He's more of like a Marvel guy. He's got some DC elements in there, but mostly you can tell, it's a lot Marvel. And I think, but it's also, it's a hybrid league as well. It's got characters in there from my league, Status's league, Bruno's in there. Like I got my character Tommy Miles in there, which is basically the Godfather. Kevin Riley's in there, VGW World Champions in there. SpongeBob's over there, kind of from RCCW. You see Spidey, there's Thor, Loki, Black Panther, Thanos is even there. And how we're going to play that off, I guess, is multiverse. There's another Thanos. Remember how they killed Thanos in it's been fucking almost a year, I don't know. It's been months since Endgame came out. If you didn't watch Endgame, too bad. You should already have guessed what was going to happen. But Dumbledore dies in Endgame. J.K. Rowling reveals that he is in fact a lizard in disguise. Rick C also died in Endgame. He snapped Eddie Mack out of existence because Rick C is the ultimate ruler of the VWU. All hail the John. God bless. God save the Queen. No, I'm kidding. I'm too tired for this. Good thing this is not a character, because if this was in character, I would already hear Eddie saying, "Take a lap, boy! Take a lap!" And I'd be taking my lap, and I'd get an ice pick right in the scrotum. So R.I.P. my nuts, because the next time I get in call, I'm gonna get an ice pick to them. Farewell. But rest in peace. But anyway, what was I going on about? Oh, yes, Nate. So basically, he's got like Thanos, he's got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, he's got his own characters, he's got this big storyline going on with these masked dudes. They're attacking everybody. It's this big giant faction. I think recently, I don't know which. I think on the most no, it's the episode before the most recent episode. Everyone got like attacked by these masked dudes, and it's like, oh no, these guys attacked. What the fuck? But yeah, these dudes got attacked, and I think Nate is a very creative mind. Sometimes Nate has a bit of, self-doubt. Nate kind of puts himself down. So please go tell Nate, he's doing a good job. And to Nate, if you're watching this, hey, Nate, you need to stop thinking that. You need to stop putting yourself down, my brother, because you are fantastic. I feel like you need to have more faith in your buddies, because we're here for you. We're never going to leave you behind. We only have your best interests in mind. Don't forget that. You just got to stay patient and know that nobody is trying to put you down. Everyone's trying to only lift you up and make you the best that you can be. So, bottom of my heart, Nate, I love you, man. And we're going to get a lot of these problems that you think that are there. We're going to get them all sorted out. If we got to do a powwow part 3, then we'll do it. But this time there's not going to be any drama. It's about addressing self-doubt. If nobody would get that other than the Claude about what the powwow is. And do not make Papa Rick C do another powwow. We're not doing another powwow. If anything, we're going to sit in a call and we're going to raise your spirits, my friend. We care about IWA. It's just a matter of we're going to work this out together. If you want to talk anytime, feel free. My DMs are always open, Nate. God bless you, man. Love you, brother. And you're always in my heart. And just don't worry about it. We'll fix everything that you're worried about. And all you fans also, go tell Nate, he's doing a good job. He's He's building up towards Locked Away, which is his version of Elimination Chamber, I believe, or No Way Out or something. I think he said recently that this version of this pay-per-view will be on Wattpad because he's a little bit down on him. Like I kind of just said, he's kind of down. He's not really feeling the recording. I don't want him to lose faith. I want him to know that we all love him and that we're going to get through this and we're going to conquer the fucking world as the Clone. You feel me? Good. So, yeah. Go subscribe to Nate on IWA. Again, he's in the description below. They're all labeled neat and tidy like. And, tell Nate, tell him what you like. Tell all these guys that you love them, that they're great, that they're sexy, and that you want to do unspeakable things to them in the bedroom. Well, actually, don't do that last thing. That's my gimmick. But you know what I mean. Yeah, you fuck. Get your mind out of the gutter. But, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, ASMR burp. Yep. Excuse me. But God bless my is it flatulence? No, that's a fart. Fuck that. You could just tell my sense of humor is that of a middle schooler. I have not grown a single pubic hair since getting out of high school because I am but a boy, and that's my gimmick. I'm just a boy. I'm just a poor boy. Nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family. Spare me my life from this mon. Okay, but mental issues aside, my idiocy aside, I am just going fucking. I am the most unfunny guy imaginable. Is it funny that I'm self-aware about how not funny I am? Is that the gimmick? Is this like? Is it funny how unfunny I am? I hope. I hope that's the gimmick. I hope my unfunniness entertains you. But nevertheless, moving on to what is next. So we did IWA. We have done. Well, there's no need to do RCCW. We already RCCW. This is on the RCCW channel. CAA, VGW, CWA, SA. I will do AWE next. Well, kind of AWE. AWE was a league that my boy, Rhett had. Rhett Kirshner, Rhett the Meme Kirshner. The third man of the Meme Express 149. But, unfortunately, due to, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Disinterest, not having the motivation to do it. Rhett kind of shut the doors on AWE, unfortunately. Which, it sucks, but the chapters are still up to read. But Rhett is now doing something he loves doing as well, and that is his own version of the WWE. That's right. Rhett is doing WWE booked his way. And, it's just getting started, my friends. I would definitely give Rhett a subscribe and check him out because he's just getting started. He's pumping out content. He's building the WWE better than how Vince would ever do it, which, isn't really hard when you think about it. But you get what I mean. Rhett is, he's got a lot of creative ideas for this, and I definitely think he is worth giving a watch to, giving a subscribe, and, watching a lot of his content. So subscribe to Rhett's channel. It is WWE 2K Everything, I believe. Something about 2K Everything. If you like WWE but hate the awful booking sometimes, most of the time, if you do that, if you hate that, then watch Rhett because he won't give you that. He'll give you quality booking. He'll give you good storylines. He will show you what's up. It's not a hybrid league. It's more just like a WWE thing. I don't know how you would refer to that. It's a bit tough to. I don't know how you would refer to that. What do you refer to that kind of league as? Like a WWE league? Let's go with that. But yes, that is basically what it is. It is his version of the WWE. And you should definitely check it out because it's got a whole lot of great ideas behind it. Next up on the agenda, after Rhett Kirshner, we have, we have my man's Maurice, the one who gives me the crown. Maurice is, or more, as we all call him, positively more, logical Maurice, etc., is the owner of his own WWE. We just refer to it as Moore's WWE. It's a bit of a mouthful. We're working on that. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on what that could be. But Moore has definitely improved since our last little get-together that previously mentioned the powwow. Moore has improved greatly, significantly, and with me helping him out, I feel like I can guide him in the right direction. He's been nothing but cooperative and, nothing but accepting of help to make his league the best that it can be. And I feel like you should definitely give him a subscribe for that effort. He's definitely he's got a lot of work ahead of him, but I think we all do in that regard. And he's for sure ready to climb that mountain and get to moving on it. Yeah, you up. More, if you like WWE, but you also like things like Dragon Ball Z and My Hero Academia, if you like OKKO, if you like RCCW, then if you like Anime Championship Wrestling, some talent from those two leagues are there. He's got Night Raid, Zuko, Lincoln Loud. Excuse me, that's the third one of the episode. If you like mixing real life wrestlers with fictional wrestlers, then I would definitely give him a watch. Because, woo! That boy, become one of his more heads today. Because you can never have too many more heads. That's right, Moore. I'm using the Moorhead gimmick for this. We are calling your fans the Moorheads. I don't care if you find that cringy. That's the point. They are your Moorheads, and you will not change my mind. So today, if you want to become a Moorhead, all you have to do, go to Moore's channel and smash that like button. Oh, super bittersweet symphony, the like button. If you want to become a Moorhead today, because you will not guarantee. If you call now in the next 5 minutes after becoming a Moorhead, we will include a additional fuck the Nick Club shirt, and it's a picture of Lincoln Loud dead on the side of a road. He went to hell and he died because Captain Lou Albano sent him to hell. All hail Lou Albano. He's great. But all jokes aside, Moore, check him out. Really improving himself. He's doing great. He's doing fantastic. Let's see who else is next. I think Braden Blackwell, the fucking future, the CWA Global Champion, CW Hardcore Champion, and the VGW Intercontinental Champion. Braden Blackwell. Let me look at his tingy, real quick. Braden has migrated to the Xbox gang. Xbox gang. Yeah, he did. And he's got life, which is a problem. I don't think he's got a league at the moment, but he's gonna do universe mode. I think he's gonna. I think the last time he said what he was gonna do, he was gonna do a universe mode with his characters and Sly Cooper and the Murray. Which everyone loves Sly Cooper and the Murray. I mean, who doesn't love Sly and the Murray? Of course, this wouldn't be. I believe this wouldn't be VW canon Sly because Braden doesn't probably even know what. Actually, no, that's wrong. He has watched VW. I told him about it before I even met Jason. That because after Animania, that's when I decided to check out UWL. Yeah, UWL, and I told Braden, "Hey, dude, look at this. They got Sly in a CAW League," and he's like, "Yeah, I like that because Sly is awesome. Everyone loves Sly Cooper, but except the fourth game. The fourth game doesn't exist. It's canceled. But yeah, Braden's gonna have a universe mode thingamajig coming out. I don't know when. I don't know if it'll be a public thing. But if it does become a public thing, please give it a subscribe and it would be greatly appreciated if you did that, because Braden's cool. He's the future. If not even that, also just support his cause in their endeavors in wherever leagues they may be. Let me see what the fuck I have been sent here. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, that's almost we're almost done with the Klon. We got two more guys, I think. It's gonna be up next, after Braden, we have GM, TTX, Spy, Le Boy. It is the one and only owner of PWE. I mean PWA. I'm a fucknut. It is PWA, the Physical Wrestling Allegiance. Good use of the A there, GM, because nobody's using Allegiance yet. Everyone's using Alliance or Association. It's just like, it's just like everyone's using the A's in that format. But here, let me just put myself on Do Not Disturb as to not get any, breaking thingamajigs. But PWA is GM's league, the uncultured swine himself, GM, and his league. It's very unique. GM is building up what he wants himself to be, and it's not one of those leagues where I'm giving him a hand as much as I can. So to make his brand the best it can possibly be. So definitely give GM a subscribe, show him some support on his endeavor, as his roster is becoming very complex and unique compared to some of these other rosters that you'll see around the CAW world. He's definitely showing, his sense of where he wants to be. He wants to be unique, and that's what I can respect. He wants to break out and not be, the simple norm. I mean, you could have a lot of the guys from the past that are typical, but you don't want to be like the next No DQ, or the next ACW, or the next anybody. You should just try to be the first you. And I think that's what he's trying to do, which that is awesome. He's trying to be unique. He's trying to be interesting, and I like that. And I want you to check him out because damn, he can really catch your attention. He's got some very unique characters. He's got some great, who the fuck has Dudley Poppy signed anywhere else but GM? But all jokes aside, he's got Chris Renfield. He's got Samara, Freddy Krueger. He's got some of his own OCs. Should probably get rid of Ayano Aishi because Yandere Dev is a fucknut. Fuck Yandere Dev. Milk Boy. He drinks a wine glass full of semen. So he is big cancel. He's a lazy fuck. So GM, I think you should hit her and or quit her because you should never ever date her. If you know what I mean, brother. Jack dude. But all jokes aside, again, GM, definitely check him out. PWA in the description. It's just getting started. I believe there's a few. I don't know if have all the champions been crowned. No. There's some. No, some of the titles are still vacant. So they're still crowning champions. So if you like watching tournaments and champions become inaugurally crowned, then I recommend highly that you check him out. Hold up, Boomer. Yes, the ASMR is coming back. The keyboard to ASMR. Hang on here. So I just had to DM somebody real quick about something, a tingy that they got going on. But basically, uh, if you made it this far, put hashtag Fat Beach in the comments as well, alongside hashtag Dickycorn. But the final CAW League of Nations league that I'm going to shout out here, and we've already gone 50 minutes into this. It is a big one. It is the epic return of your boy, the outsider, the Keanu Reeves of the virtual wrestling world, the one and only Liam Malone. He will be bringing. He's got some ideas that he wants to do to act out. His channel will be in the description. He's got a project that's coming back, baby. I'm gonna help him do it too if I got to, baby. So basically, give him some support, give him some love, and help him prove the doubters wrong. Liam Malone, the outsider, Chicago's favorite son, is about to come back, baby. That's maybe too much, but yeah. So in about 50 minutes, I have shouted out all my boys in great length in the Clon. Oh boy, then we have quite the journey to go on next. Because, oh boy, whew, strap your butts in because we're about to get real. But basically, that was all the Clon. Definitely go subscribe to them. Put hashtag #FetTheBeach in their comments section, as well as find out the. Also go to let me see here. Also, that's all the Clon. You should check out. Also, it would be nice if you checked out some other leagues outside the Clon that happen to be from the VWU, because I felt like it was only right to shout out my ground, my rocks, my boys, my starting group. Let them know that, hey, I ain't going nowhere. Because that's not what I want. I want to take you guys with me to the top. Clon taking over. We're about to invade the VW. We're going to take over. We're going to take out D-Wall, knock him out. We're going to take over the VW. We're going to make it great again. I'm going to get a lap for imitating Donald Trump. D-Wall will probably smack me upside the head, disown me, and I'll get banned from the server. But you know what? It's all jokes. I don't mean it. I love D-Wall. And I'm going to start with him as an apology for doing such a terrible impression of Donald Trump. The D-Wall. And I'm not saying D-Wall as in the wall. It is D-Wall. So jokes aside, real quick about D-Wall. D obviously now is kind of like the figurehead of VWU. I feel like I owe a lot to D-Wall because oh god, I was having fun there. I was talking about D-Wall, the Wall, Donald Trump, but no, I owe D-Wall a lot for what he's done for me in the 7 months that I've known him. At first I was a little bit worried that I'm just not. I was always worried that I was, obnoxious. I was more of a liability than an asset to the team. I always felt like I bugged D-Wall, but when I started getting more and more into the VW, D opened. I got closer to D and realized how much of a caring individual that he actually is. D is out here fucking actually being a fuck it, shoot, all right. D-Wall is basically how Carmen is in the CAW. He's out here breaking chains and shit. And D-Wall has done that for Jason. He's done that for Eddie. He's done that for a lot of guys. He's given guys a lot of chances. And D-Wall took a swing on me when he didn't have to. He's let me on DCA. He's let me on Wildcats and Takedown. Um, and I'm damn sure going to be at Revelations this year. And the fact that I'm even offered a place on the booth makes me feel like I belong. That I've, a lot of what I went through in my starting years that I will talk about at the end of the season in my season end address. But a lot of the things that I went through, I felt like this was kind of my reward for being a survivor, for being a warrior, and going through all that. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, D, I love you, man, for all that you're doing for me still. That you're trying to help me get my name out there to climb through the ranks and be one of the top guys. And I feel like, you know, when all this time, there's the whole, the boy joke where I'm, the youngest guy in the VW currently. D didn't have to take this chance and let this 19-year-old kid from Indiana in VW. He could have easily just, said, nah, I don't like him. And, he could have kicked me out. But he didn't. He actually got to know who I was. He got to know me as a person. And he's done nothing but try to do the best for me. He's helped me in some big way. He got me a big match for, for a big event in VW. I can't give too many spoilers on that, but you'll know soon enough. He's given me a place in. I don't know what I can spoil and what I can't spoil, but he's given me a chance to showcase what I can do. And I feel like I I see D as like that older brother, as is a lot of what the VW has done for me. CAW in general has done a lot for me. I'm getting all teary eyed. But I think more so it's D-Wall who, as the figurehead of it all, I feel like has given me so much to he's motivated me to work harder, to up my ante, and he makes me, of course he's a he's a guy who will, rib at you plenty of times. He's 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 hilarious. But at the end of the day, D's got nothing but the best intentions for everyone at his core, at his heart. All he wants to do is to help out others, and I feel like I owe a lot to D for giving me this shot, giving me this chance, and now thanks to that, here I am. I'm basically a regular now in the VW. I'm like you hear me almost everywhere. Pop up sporadically in ACL and CCL. A pop up almost every episode in UWL. Pop up every other time in UCWL, mostly pay per views. Oh God, let me see where I popped up a couple times in Battle Pro. I helped do a couple worldwides as well. I'm basically one of the voices of Nudon, and I hope to also commentate more for ZCW when Zahaya decides to fucking upload. I love you, Zahaya, but I I I definitely need to save my tears for the season finale because, spoiler alert, I'm gonna probably cry when I do the year-end address because I'm gonna be talking from the heart, and when I do that, I tend to get sad. Well, not sad, but get emotional, and knowing that so many people care about me and want me to, want the best for me. Somebody who hasn't been used to that feeling, to having these genuine friends and not just a bunch of fucking dick cheeses who will, act like they're your friend and backstab you. And that's nobody I've encountered thus far. Well, a couple people, but they're in the past. I'm indebted to the VW as well as the Klon for all they've done for me. To know that I viewed as a brother in arms is truly, it makes me even more, it makes me more even happier to show up and to put in my best effort to show how much I love doing CAW. Because I've wanted to do this for like years, and I'm already getting ahead of myself. Like I said, I'm gonna do this at the finale. Fat to Beach. It's Fat to Beach. All right, Fat to Beach hour. Oh God, it's already a fucking hour. Jesus. Um, but yeah, that's. I'll talk more on what it's like being in the VW at another date. But just know, D, I love you, man. And you should, if you are still here after that little moment, you should definitely subscribe to DCA and SRW. Um, the Destiny Championship Alliance and Scarlet Row Wrestling are both D's leagues. And, DCA is the more serious one. It's his big league. He's got the big storylines going on right now with the Blood Trail, with Destiny Williams, with Revy. I love D's storytelling, even though, fucking happy moments never last that long. That's basically a running gag with D. But D is a very creative mind, a very creative individual, and I would definitely give him a watch. He puts in a lot of great, excuse me, he puts in a lot of great matches. Another person, now also from the I should have saved D-Wall for last because then I got all emotional. We could have ended the video with a big emotional moment where I'm like, thank you, but no, fuck that. We are here we're not here to cry. That's for the season finale. We're here to be happy. We're here to joke and goof, and that's why I'm gonna shout out New Dawn Pro next. Adam Jackpot, you crazy bastard. Adam's the guy who reached out to me and invited me on to do New Dawn, and Adam definitely was the catalyst for me to get into VW. He invited me on for the New Dawn for the Fantasy Road Summit. He let me have a showcase match. He let me on the booth, and he kept inviting me back. And I felt like that the fact that I was entrusted and invited back time and time again by Adam, it wasn't just like a moment of, oh, well, we need a commentator. Here's Rick. He genuinely invited me back for, all his New Dawn shows. And Adam was a big reason why I got a chance in the VWU. Adam took the swing on me, which in turn led D to take the swing on me. And I've improved myself every day since. Adam's great, honestly. You should check him out both. You need to watch New Dawn, the main chapters, as well, chapters in the Sirens, but you also need to watch CMC, where I am the fucking heart and soul of that promotion. CMC is my kingdom. I will have you know, I will be world champion soon enough because I am Rick CMC. I'm great. My gimmick is I'm EC3, but CMC. Only, I'm not clinically depressed like EC3 is. I'm actually, pretty happy. I get to show off, how much this means to me. Definitely go back and watch one of my. I believe it was one of the chapter before we went to Mexico. I believe it was chapter 13, where I fucking went all out on the booth. I cut a promo mid match. And it's just like, damn. Looking back at it, it's so cool to just see. This is like, damn. We'll go back to that. But you also need to watch Crazy Stuff. It's basically what it is. It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. It's just a bunch of offensive humor. I love offensive humor. I'm a very offensive person. I love that kind of raunchy humor. So if you're a bit of a snowflake, then fuck you. You cannot watch this. You are banned. Also, CMC Velocity episode 12. That's where I cut my promo during the main event. But crazy stuff. Basically, if you're a little snowflake, if you're a little bitch who cannot take the humor, then fuck off. You are a pansy. Ha ha ha. Crazy Stuff will be crazy. And then there's Fandom, his newest league. it's like it's kind of like, I guess it's like kind of like NXT, where it's like a bunch of underrated guys who are not used in very many places. It's definitely awesome. It's unique. I like it, and I like Adam is just such a creative individual who, like, he never runs out of ideas, it seems, and it's just like amazing. He's such a crazy dude. He always finds the craziest things to say and do. He finds the craziest excuses for things to happen. Adam's just awesome. All around, he's just awesome. Also, a pretty tough bastard, must I say. So definitely check out Adam too. Also, then we have CCL. Remember when I mentioned the Eddie Mack with the ice pick? Yeah, that he runs CCL. CAW Champions League. My recommendation for you is strap your butts in, because you need to also watch CCL. Eddie Mack, a guy who I was a little worried at first, kind of like D-Wall. He didn't like me very much, but hey, you see this guy coming in the booth, taking your chair. You got to get used to that. So I owe a lot to Eddie. He's done a lot for me as well. He's trying to help me out with something. He's trying to help me get something that I'm not going to say here because I want it to be a secret. I want to introduce it in a very special way. But Eddie has, he's kind of like that crazy uncle who will always rib at you. He'll make jokes on your behalf, but he always cares for you, and he's always got your best interest in mind in the end. So Eddie Mack definitely is somebody you need to check out from CCL. I don't know if it's going to be his. I've heard. Fuck it. It doesn't matter. If this is. Eddie Mack is great. He's going to go balls to the wall this season. I know him. He's going to do great. So you should definitely watch his stuff and subscribe and tell him that he's doing great and that he will stab you with a ice pick in the eye. In the eye. So yeah, that's that. So that's Eddie Mack. Then we have Malik. Malik Brown, yes, the Malik Brown, Mr. Determination himself. You need to check out Battle Pro. Another guy who's done a lot for me. I like Malik is cool as hell. And I just put it off in mid space there for a second. But Malik's cool. Malik's a cool guy. And he's definitely, much like D, he'll take, he's a ribber. He'll rib at you, but at the end of the day, he's got your best interest in mind. And not gonna lie, Malik is just like dead ass cool as hell. He's one of the chillest guys in the server, and also a guy who just doesn't give a shit. And I love that. I love that. So if you want to see violence, if you want to see a place where you probably could die, if you want to see a place where you can get beat the fuck out of, where it's gonna be hard to survive, if you want to see just all around hell break loose, then Battle Pro is your place. Battle Pro, I'm pretty sure it's regarded as one of the tougher places in the VWU. Hence why I think Lodestar was so drawn to it. Same goes for CCO. So subscribe to Malik, check out Battle Pro. Also very unique name, I gotta admit. It's not like abbreviated into letters, it's just Battle Pro. I'm like, damn, that's cool. And then there's ACL. I'm a little bit conflicted on this one. Don't know. They were discovering some things similar to Jason. The creator was trying to discover some things, but I will refer to them as their on-screen persona, as to to ensure they aren't. There's no mistaking. The owner in character is Bradley James. I think Bradley James is the owner. They run ACL. If you like a lot of anime, if you like a lot of video games, then definitely ACL is the place to go. They are very unique. My apologies. They're very unique. They have a lot of cool characters that I think you don't really see very often. And that's the thing. I like how unique everything is about a lot of these colleagues. So this but yes, ACL. I'm sorry, I'm running out of things to say because I've been sitting here for an hour and 10 minutes talking, just going on and on and on and on and on. And it's just like, how many times am I going to sit here and say this colleague is unique? It's like, is me saying that all these colleagues are unique take away the uniqueness of them? It's like unique. It's like so much. It's like a math equation. Two of the same cancel each other out, and then you divide by pi, and then zero comes in, and then you open a black hole and you die. You go to hell. But oh no. But basically, all jokes aside, recently they put out the Grand Slam. I definitely would go give the Grand Slam a watch. It was a hell of an event. It was great, very well put together, very well organized, and I cannot wait for them to start up the next season. I'm very much excited for that. I can't wait to hopefully be more active on ACL, to lend my voice to the company, to to stop to get all cozy in ACL, and be a part of something special in this new season. So we will be seeing that very soon. Also, somebody the innovator of the Fête Beach hashtag. It is the French phenom, John Blackos. John is fucking great. I love John Blackos. Why the fuck John is not a world champion yet baffles me to this day. He owns FCWL, and why the fuck this guy doesn't even... Hold up. Hold the phone. Let me just check my facts real quick. FCWL. Hold up. John Blackos. 92 subscribers. No, I refuse. No, listen, here's what we're... No. I refuse. Here's what you're going to do right now after this. Alright? You're going to go to John Blackos' channel. It will be in the description below. What you're going to do is you are going to subscribe to John Blackos. Going to find one of his videos, give it a like, and you're going to comment, Rick sent me, hashtag FetBeach. You're going to give him all the fat beaches imaginable. Alright? Fat beach. John Blackos needs more subscribers. I demand you give John Blackos. I want John Blackos to 100 before the month of it's March. April is over. If he is not getting 100 subscribers by April, I will quit YouTube. I will retire. I'll eat my toe. I'll eat my other toe because I still have to eat my toe from when Stink in VGW won the Royal Rumble. So I haven't forgotten status. I'm gonna eat my toe. So I will eat both my toes if John Blackos is not to 100 subscribers by the month of April 2020. So it's up to you to save my toes, guys. Subscribe to John Blackos. Give him all the fat beaches. Become a part of the fat beach army. But John, at the end of the day, is he's a chill as hell guy. I love John Blackos. He's hilarious. I love his gimmick all in all. And not to mention, his roster is very unorthodox and out of the box, and I like that. I love seeing familiar faces. Who doesn't love seeing a good familiar face once in a while? But getting introduced to new, fresh faces is just like, it's even better. I love seeing new talent show their faces, and I hope to one day also lend my voice for John. John, if you're watching this, if you ever need another Fat Beach on commentary, let me know. Hit me up on a DM. You know where to find me. I am always available. I want to help you out. I'll have to learn. I'm gonna have to go and watch more. I'm gonna have to go watch more FCWL to get more, up to stance on some of the characters. But yes, subscribe to John Blackos for 100 subs by April, or I'll eat my toes. And I will deep fry my toes in canola oil. I will stuff them into a cannoli shell. I will cream them up with nice whipped cream, dip them in some chocolate chips, and I will eat my toes. I will do a cannibalistic thing, and then I'll go full cannibal. I will have Shigorath convert me into a cannibal. We'll get to him later because I kind of want to save him for last. Next is UCWL VPOX League. Basically, I'm going to say the same thing Jason did. If you like a more comic book feel to it, if you like a bit more comedy, if you like something that feels like straight out of a Marvel movie, if you like that, if you like the feeling of you're watching an MCU or DC, well, DCU's kind of but never mind, never digress. DCU or MCU kind of feel, then definitely watch VPOC. He's got. I don't know how the fuck you work. How do you work a green screen? Can somebody please teach me how to work a green screen? Like anyone from the VWU, like V or Jason or Malik, like help me. I need help. I want to work these green screens. But joke that aside, V, if you like, basically he's kind of he's kind of like the modern version of SCAW, which still holds a candle to what's going on today. But VPOC is like he's the heir, I feel, to that. He's definitely going to be one of the faces, if not one of the top names in CAW wrestling. And basically now that he's basically got Lone Star's blessing. Like the dude had Lone Star on commentary for Holy Shit Mania's main event. It's like, dude, you got his you basically have his blessing by default, dude. You're the heir to the throne. VPOC's going like VPOC. This new season of UCW after it comes back from its off season, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be great, especially with me and Jason doing a voice of the Toido Smashes. They have Toidos. Speaking of the Toidos, Zahaya, good old Zahaya Morgan, my dad. Why I say speaking of Toidles is because he hates that. Well, kind of hates that. But Zahaya Morgan, he is basically he's a dick, and I love him. I absolutely love Zahaya. He reminds me of myself in many ways. Whereas we both have this sense of humor, a similar sense of humor, and I love that. It's very clear why he calls me his son. I am Little Zahaya. I mean, did you not hear my commentary for Avalon's debut? I went full Zahaya for Avalon. Which, by the way, that's gonna happen from now on. I'm gonna be the Zahaya for Avalon. Not like I'm not turning heel, of course, but it's like I'm gonna go like mini heel there for a sec, mini Zahaya. But definitely want to loan my voice more to Zahaya Morgan, and you should check out his league as well when he decides to fucking post. That is, but also Zahaya, I feel like is he's kind of like one of the standard bearers. He's kind of like a trendsetter for the VWU. He's a guy who I just can't I can't even find a way to describe. He has such a very amazing way of like producing. The quality of his show is spectacular. I love the feel. It feels like a little Ring of Honor show, like when Ring of Honor was actually fucking good. Now that it's coming back because Marty Scurll. But I'm talking about like in its prime Ring of Honor. Like it feels like a it doesn't feel like one of those big stages, but it feels like a very earnest and humble little like not I wouldn't say indie show, but like a small like a ZCW type thing. Yeah, wait. ZCW. No, I meant CZW. Fuck. Fucking shit. CZW. That's what it feels like. CZW. That's the feeling I get from Zahaya. And I definitely would love to do more work with Zahaya on commentary, because Japan is like the first show I qualified for, not qualified, I commentated for from Zahaya was Champions Edition in Japan, and I fucking nearly blew a gasket calling Alexis Foon versus Elizabeth Priza. And that wasn't even the main. I still had like 2 more matches to go after that. So it's like, damn, Zahaya, you be putting on these great matches, my dude. So yes, definitely check out Zahaya as well. Zahaya is genuinely great. I love Zahaya. Um, I'm gonna do this one next. It's going to be the Worldwide Wrestling. Is it Alliance or Association? I'm sorry, Hit Kid, if I botched this. But your friendly neighborhood British commentator, Hit Kid Worldwide, starting his own Fed soon enough. The Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. I'm pretty sure it's Alliance. Worldwide Wrestling Alliance. I definitely will be there doing a lot of work with Hit Kid if I haven't already done work with Hit Kid. Well, I don't know. I don't think he cares if I say it. Yeah, I definitely will be there helping out with Hit Kid on his shows. Whether it be just an episode, whether it be CPV, I don't care. Hit Kid, much like a lot of these guys, he has a lot of guys who, you won't see in very many places. Like, I don't think I should. I'm not going to say anyone particular. I guess I can say Judge Dredd and Luke Cage, because they showed up in the duality tournament. So I feel like I can say that. I can say those two, who like those two alone you don't see very often. And Craig Marduk, because he showed up. He could announced him at I believe it was Insurgents. I don't remember, but Craig Marduk, when he first showed up, yes, he'll be there as well. I love the feeling. I'll say it again. I love the feeling of like leagues that focus more so on, they don't try to get the big money names. Like, you can have those big money names like Spidey and Batman, Iron Man, basically anyone who made their name, who stomped their ground in No DQ and SCAW and ACW. You can have those guys, of course. Like, I have some of them myself, like Spidey. I have Iron Man, Thor, Izuku Midoriya, who's more so stomping his ground now in I think his stomping ground was more so in ACL than anything. But yeah, I love the feeling of dedication. I like Kit what he's doing. He likes it's focusing on the future, but also respecting the past, because without the past, we don't have the foundation to build upon for the future, and you can't always stick to the past, because sometimes if you have the same people over and over again in every CAW League, it gets redundant, and it takes away the novelty of some of these guys. And that was a big thing with RCW in the past. I felt like I had too many big names from the past. I didn't want to be the next, Nody. I wanted to carve my own legacy. And that's what I feel like everyone should do, is carve their own legacy. Never try to be the next anything. Whether it be, like I said earlier, No DQ, SCAW, roster-wise, being the next, everybody, the next everything. Like trying to mooch off the talent from other companies for that sweet, sweet internet clout. But definitely I think I'm almost I don't know if Hit Kid has it on his own channel, because I know Hit Kid has a channel. I also don't know if it's its own channel itself. WWE is going to be its own thing. I think that's a question for Hit Kid to answer. But regardless, I will leave a link to both Hit Kid and his Hit Kid's channel, and if it happens to be a WWE channel after its launch, then I will put that in the description below as well. And then we move on to XGWL. which is Extreme Tony's league. Now, I have not had the pleasure of meeting Extreme Tony as of yet. I do not believe. So, I do not know too terribly much about XGWL. Actually, hey, let me. I gotta subscribe real quick. Actually, that feels only right. It's on the wiki, but I don't. I have not met. I have not really met Extreme Tony, and I'd be more than open to. As of right now, I unfortunately do not know Extreme Tony on the same level as I may know Eddie, D, Malik, Jamal, Jason, Hit Kid, Charles, etc. And speaking of that, but I would still give Extreme Tony a shout out. I'm going to give him a shout out because he's on the wiki. So, yeah, it's worth that. I've heard a lot of good things about Extreme Tony. You should definitely check him out. Heard he's a cool guy. So, subscribe to him. I'll leave his channel in the description as well. And this was the strategic finale right here, ladies and gentlemen, because I think we're coming to the end of the list, and it's the final guy on the list. And thank God, because my throat is dry as the Sahara Desert. But this guy is the last guy because reasons I'm going to get into. It is a league referred to as, and you shouldn't have seen this coming, UWL, United Wrestling League, ran by downtown Jason Brown. And the reason I leave Jason for last when it comes to VWU is because to be honest, I should have left D-Wall for last because that was, the ending, and had Jason be the runner-up, the guy right before the ending. But, I didn't come into this with a script. I'm a big dum-dum, so it's whatever. But I feel like it's a befitting end because Jason also was the one who started the trend of the Fat Beach. But Jason is a good friend of mine. He is basically my older brother, my CAW brother. And this is stuff that we've even said, that he's even told me before as well, that we're like brothers. And, I've always had my brother, Noah, by my side as my blood brother. He's always been there for me. But to have the other person, actively have another best friend it lets me, it's fantastic to know that I this guy that I came in here similarly to he did, how, Adam found him as well. To know that our stories are pretty similar. We had to overcome a lot. I know Jason recently has been kind of down. He's been a little bit down because he lost somebody very special to him. And I can relate to that losing someone special. I lost my grandmother, Kimba Cunningham, to breast cancer in I believe it was 2015, 2014. She meant so much to me. I remember almost every other weekend I'd go over to her house for years, and I'd spend just the weekend with her. She was the coolest grandma ever, and I feel like I was so close to her because that's where I got my name from. I'm, John Richard Cunningham II. Not Junior, because I was named after my grandfather. And I feel like when she died, there was a big hole in the family that was left. She was our patriarch. She was everything to us, and it hurt to see her go. But I can rest assured knowing that she doesn't suffer anymore. She's not in pain anymore, and she's with my granddad. And I know that it's tough to be reminded. I never try to view losing my grandma as something that keeps me down. I don't remember her for her death. I remember her through all the good times we had together. I remember her only for the positives. And that's why I paid tribute to her with the Kimba Cunningham Memorial Battle Royal. And I loved the outpour of support when I announced that everyone had. Say, your grandma would, be smiling at you, that, she'd love that. And I appreciate all of that from the fans, that you guys, when I announced that for Evolve, you guys were so supportive of that. I didn't want to view that as me, like, getting emotional. Yeah, like, I didn't want that to be like a moment of, pity, like, oh, I'm sorry for your loss. I wanted that to be a moment of, paying a tribute to the woman that helped me craft myself who I am today. And I feel like, how we both went through that, and also we came into the VW through Adam Jackpot, is, what kind of brings us closer together as friends. That and our pretty similar personalities of being a couple of dorks. And I have no shame in saying, out of a lot of people in the VW, Jason is my best friend. Jason means the fucking world to me. He's done so much for me. He's made me feel the most comfortable in the VW. Out of everyone, I think he has made me feel the most welcome. And fuck it, dude, the fucking tears. It's like he's the older brother I never truly had. Like, I've always had to be the older brother for a lot of guys. I've always had to, and I have no problem doing this, I've always had to stick my neck out for guys. I've had to look out for people. I've had to be the guy to help guys out, help them get noticed, help them get notoriety, but having that be the reverse with Jason, where he's the one who gave Lodestar a chance, who's helping me build myself up, who's helping me do something special concerning myself. I I I hold that close to myself, that he was willing to, give my character a shot. After so much had gone on with, this character, and you already know it's Lodestar. A lot of stuff happened that led to her ultimately joining the VW, which I'm not really that mad about it anymore, because it led to her getting even bigger, which, hey, that works out in the end. And the fact that Jason led her on charge and was like the first league that she went to, now she's over in the Sirens, she's in CCL, she's in Battle Pro, and to see her in, like, spread so quickly into VW, it's just like I I feel so grateful that my character was able to get over like that, just because of her quirky little personality. And I owe a lot of that to Jason for, taking this character who I just briefly explained, and now now she's fucking everywhere. You can't get rid of her. She's fucking all over the place. I feel like with her there is the genuine dedication to like the character, genuine dedication to book the character, and, the genuine love of the character, the genuine connection to the character. And I owe a lot to Jason. There's been times he stuck his neck out for me. He's been nothing but a good friend to me. And I can safely say I love you, man. I love Jason Brown. I love him from the bottom of my heart as a brother, because he's done so much for me, and I plan to repay him in the fullest that I can, in any way that I possibly can. He's let me commentate Voltage, become one of the head voices, like the most notable voices on Voltage in the new season. He has he's done everything in his power to help me out, to help me get myself out, to help my friends out even. Like, like I said, he's the one who started the whole Fete the Beach thing, this whole hashtag Fete the Beach. So if there's anybody in the VW that you should subscribe to, it's definitely Jason Brown. Not just because he's he's my brother, but because he also is probably one of the most interesting individuals in the entire VW. He's basically the Lucha Underground of VW. He's only 100% less canceled. Oh yeah, Jason Brown. People have died in UWL. I have you know, they have died. Harkon, decapitated. Um, uh, um, let's see, who else died? Um, uh, uh, that was a DCA. Lady X died in DCA. Is it Miss? No, it's Lady X. Alduin got his head smashed into the announce table thingamajig. You know, the cover for it. He got his head smashed and he died. And he's dead. He went to hell. Heretic died, kind of. Maybe. I would only imagine. Heretic is dead, and the Heretic was a fucking demon who possessed the dude. Um, Salem got her head caved in by a magic kendo stick. Yes, magical kendo stick. Ooh, spooky dooky, magical dragon power kendo stick. Yeah, that's about it for deaths, but I'm almost certain there's going to be a whole lot more death because, damn it, you gotta love death. I love death. I love watching people die. They go to hell and they die dead from multiple stab wounds to the butt. But overall, that's basically everybody. Yeah, that's basically all the people. Wow, in an hour and a half, I have shouted out all of my compadres. Almost 2 hours of sitting here talking. When Jason did this in 20 minutes, I just goes to show that I'm like fucking a loudmouth. I just ramble on and on and on and on and on. It's just like, damn, dog, you hate to see it. I mean, you love to see it, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, I think everybody on this should be given love. Everybody on here should be given the support, and also definitely some honorable mentions to some people who I'm going to shout out here as well, who don't have leagues but are very notable throughout leagues. We have Jamal Bedlam. Jamal has been Jamal's been nothing but great. Jamal is a great friend to me. He was the one who kind of hooked me up with that big thing that D-Wall approved of. He's the kind of one who helped me hook that up for me, and I owe a lot to Jamal. Jamal's awesome, and all around he's just a cool guy. He's just a savage. So that's it for Jamal. I'm also gonna give one shout out to Charles. Charles Schultz. Even though he has his raging hate boner for me for some reason. I'm kidding, Charles. I love you, man. But at the end of the day, Charles is he's cool. He's a chill guy at the end of the day. And what he's been doing recently with his character is simply fantastic. It can't be beat. I love how willing he was to accept that he needed to change, and he did that. And he's done nothing but he's done nothing but make the most of it, and I think that's amazing what he's done. It's absolutely fantastic, and I applaud Charles for this amazing change. Anyone else I'm gonna shout out? Let me see here. Who is J Crack? J Crack. Sure, let's shout out J Crack. Love J Crack's hilarious. I love J Crack. Jay is he's crazy. He's absolutely insane, and I love him. He calls Zahaya the Messiah, and it's just fantastic. So yeah, that's that. Also, for the fuck of it, why not? Why not? Because he's hilarious, and I love this character so much. Mason Chronic. Why am I shouting out Mason Chronic? I haven't even met Mason Chronic yet, but fuck it. Mason Chronic's an awesome character. I love Mason Chronic. I think his character is literally the most badass thing out there. I love the big dangerous boy heel of tweener things, and Mason Chronic easily has won me over. So why the fuck not? Shout out Mason Chronic. Cool as hell. Haven't met him yet, but would love to. Yeah, I think that's about it for shout outs. I guess I'll also give a shout out. Hey, hi Hakeem. ACW, Hakeem Johnson. He's great. Fantastic. Don't know when he's coming back, but hopefully it's soon because I miss some good old anime championship wrestling. Some wrestling. So yeah, that's basically it for hashtag Fetibish. I didn't want to make it. I wanted to make sure I wouldn't have to make an extra part, so I decided to knock it all out in one go, and it took me an hour and 40 minutes. So before this reaches almost 2 hours, I'm going to give my send off for now. I want to say thank you for watching and sticking around to the end for all these shout outs. If I missed anyone, let me know, and I will tell you if I meant to or if I did not mean to. Because there's some people I would probably prefer not to say anything about because of, I guess, reasons. Blech. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I have been the boss, the man of RCW, Rick C. I probably should have introed myself like that because I didn't because I'm small brain, but now I'm big brain and did it. I'm Rick C. This has been my hashtag Fetibish video where I shout out all my friends across CAW, whether they be in Klon, VW, or otherwise. And, excuse me, I just burped. That's how I'm going to outro the video. I burped. I have been Rick C. I thank you for what. Please, again, I urge you to subscribe to everybody I just mentioned below. They're all in the description. I'll put them in the comment section if I have to get your attention, you stupid fat bitches. I have been Rick C, and I will see you next time. 5-way dance coming very soon. Adios, compadres, and thank you. Love you all. Mwah. See you very, very soon. Love you guys. Bye. Bye.